Good morning. My name is Sibi. This is a virtual presentation. I won't be with you in person, but my avatar will. In the next 15 or so minutes, we are going to present one of our projects that incorporates new technologies. A solution to dispersion, Second Life. First, let me introduce the team from the Aragonese Health Service sector Zaragoza 1. At the top is Elena, the head of the Zaragoza 1 Education Unit. Hi Elena, are you there?
Yes, I am.
On the left is Inma, an officer in the unit, who is represented by her avatar Maku. Hello Maku, how are you? Are you ready?
Yes, Sibi, hello.
At the bottom is Carlos. Sadly, he couldn't be here today. And that's Cruz my real identity on the right with Elena. I'm a GP working as a health officer with the education unit. In order to give you an idea of the problem we faced when we started up the education unit 18 months ago, I will give you an overview of our catchment area. The study we made of the unit's needs, the problem we detected, and the solution we considered. The result of this is the project we are presenting today. Maku will later explain the workshop Health to Learn Second Life and the use we made of Second Life for our clinical session, which is the name we have two meetings where we discuss clinical cases. This is a map of Aragon showing our area, Zaragoza 1 in yellow. You can see that distance is important problem we face. From close up, this map provides detail of the distance and dispersion of the 15 health centers between Luna in the north and Bujaralot in the east, 134 kilometers away. Beside the dispersion of rural health centers, in the city of Zaragoza, our area covers a wide extension the entire left bank of the river Ebro. As I mentioned, our unit is very new, although we've grown very quickly. The advantage of being a new project is that we can incorporate the latest and guidelines and new technologies. We also wanted to design our program based on the needs of healthcare workers and in order to fulfill these, we designed a survey to compile their priorities. What were the results of the survey? 1. Make educational teaching activities for easily available and compatible with working hours. 2. There were complaints about the pressure of having to attend so many patients that left little time for other activities during working hours. As you can see, these were not medical, but resolving then would allow our activities to involve everyone. I've explained what was needed, but what resources did we have? Firstly, the entire health area is computerized and all urban and rural centers have a broadband internet connection. Also, a number of us were familiar with Second Life, as it was the only thing needed in order to use this tool were a broadband connection, a mic, and speakers. Or a headset. The program in health is free to download. When it came to finding a meeting place, we knew that the Spanish Association for Family and Community Medicine, SENFIC, had bought an island called La Isla de la Salud, or Health Island. Thanks to Marta from SENFIC and Albano, the SENFIC IT expert, this is where we are now. Now, I'll hand it over to Inma's avatar Maku. Inma is a dead education unit, which is where I should be too. But someone had to come and hold the fort. Are you there, Maku?
Thank you, Sibi. Ready when you are. Okay, I'm going to explain what we did to solve the problem raised by mentors. We believed Second Life might be used for medical training, but how could it be used? Our catchment area was completely computerized, but all computers had restricted access owing to patient data confidentiality issues and to prevent damage to the system. But this technical problem was solved with the help of the IT department, whom we would like to thank for their support. They installed Second Life in the resources room computer of the 4 initially participating health centers. They also had to make sure the program would run. So there were some problems at the start, but in the end, they were ironed out and we went ahead. The second minor problem was that none of the mentors knew how to use Second Life. So we designed the workshop to train them. Over the space of 4 weeks, 1 afternoon per week, we taught them how to download the program, create an avatar, find their way around Second Life, more specifically Health Island, and how to hold a clinical session as a facilitator and how to attend one. In addition to the workshop, they were also given material such as introductory handbooks to Second Life, which we produced as a reference. We also provided this guide to operating Second Life, showing all the possible resources available in this virtual reality and the way to apply them in the teaching. We explained such aspects as how to make a presentation, how to upload it, and both how to hold a presentation and attend one. These handbooks can be downloaded free from our website. However, they are only available in Spanish. Here is a series of photos showing our early days. This is Nicodemus and Sibi in the open-air auditorium on Health Island, the day he designed the screen we would be using for our presentations. Here is an image of our first training workshop using Second Life, where Nicodemus is explaining how things work. Although the workshop was face-to-face, some of the sessions were given in Second Life. By the end of the last workshop session, all of the mentors knew how to reach the meeting room. This slide from when we met to decide the day we would hold clinical sessions together. It was finally decided that they would be held on Fridays, 2 and 3 o'clock. Finally, we ought to explain that when we decided to hold clinical sessions or meetings in Second Life, we used a specific meeting room on Senfic Island, where we had 2 possibilities. We could leave the room open to everyone who came in, or we could make it private by placing a barrier around the meeting room, so only authorized people could come in. In our case, while we were learning how to use this application, we didn't think it would be necessary to restrict access to the room where we were holding the sessions, because maybe people wouldn't be interested, or just because they wouldn't know we existed. However, we should bear in mind that this is a virtual world where things don't happen like in the real one. People don't behave the way they do in real life. With an avatar, people don't care about going into meetings where they are not invited, because they think their actions have no serious consequences, but it's something they wouldn't do in real life. When I began to hold the first clinical sessions, the main difficulty we found was getting the sound and voice to work well. In the first meetings, some people didn't hear what other people were saying, and some people couldn't speak because their microphones didn't work. We had to configure both Second Life and the computers correctly, because as we were using a headset, we had to choose the front or external microphone option in the sound and voice settings. Once we solved this problem, we were all able to speak and hear each other clearly. As it turned out, an intruder appeared in the middle of a clinical session and disturbed us with his questions. It wasn't a big problem in that case, because we continued with the session as normal and the intruder left. but it would be advisable to make the meeting room private in order to prevent people who are not invited from interrupting, because this virtual world is so huge, you don't know what people's intentions are. And now, I'll hand you over to Elena, who is going to finish this presentation. Hello, Elena. Are you there?
Yes, Marco, thank you. Good morning. My name is Elena, and I am the head of the Sector 1 Family Medicine Education Unit in Zaragoza, Spain. I'd just like to recapitulate the most important points of this talk. Second Life is an excellent tool for regions or areas with low population spread over a large area, because it removes the need for traveling and allows a large number of people to participate. The purpose of clinical sessions is to train junior doctors, medical students, and also their mentors. The intention permit all of our health centers to be able to participate in this project. Not only do we want to hold clinical session with Second Life, but we also want these sessions to count as part of junior doctor training program to enable the healthcare professional involved to be awarded credit that count for promotion as an incentive for their involvement. We like to thank the mentors, junior doctors, and healthcare professionals involved in this project for integrating new technologies in their practice. We also like to thank CENFIC for allowing us to use CENFIC Island. And lastly, here is a slide of our website where we have different sessions for junior doctors, mentors, students, and patients, and where you can find a link to CENFIC Island. CENFIC, thank you for your attention, and I hope this presentation has been useful for you. Goodbye from Zaragoza.